A couple of months ago, I bought a bicycle. In a second, I'll tell you the story behind it. Well, some good friends had come in from out of town and they invited us to join them for brunch. Well, after brunch, my wife wanted to go to the anthropology store. I wasn't keen on that, so I wandered into Eastern Mountain Sports, which is sort of an outdoorsy kind of store, and they were having a huge sale. And I like outdoor stuff, so I decided to check things out. On the sidewalk in front of the store, they had a display of sales items, including bicycles. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't looking for a bicycle. I have to admit, though, that in the back of my mind, I was thinking about alternatives to running, which was beginning to cause more injuries. After all, I'm 62. So there I was, slowly meandering my way to the anthropology store to meet my wife, really slowly, and probably sit around for half an hour as she continued to shop, when a bicycle on display caught my eye. It was a nice bike, and I saw that it was half price, so I asked the young man who was assisting people with the sidewalk sale why it was on sale. And he answered, well, it's last year's model. And he asked me, would you like to try it? I really didn't have a reason to try it. But then again, I didn't have a reason not to either. So after he said, why don't you take it out for a spin, I took a ride. It's been a while since I was on a bike, so it took some getting used to. But it was nice. And I'll be back in a second to let you know what happened next. To make a long story short, I bought the bike. And now that I've had it and been able to ride it, I'm really happy with it. I can see how cycling is good exercise and is particularly good for people with arthritis who want to avoid impact to their joints. So I guess it was fate. The rheumatologist gets a bike and discovers firsthand why something like this is good for the patients, which is the topic of today's episode. Exercise is the most important and most neglected form of treatment for arthritis. We used to think exercise was harmful for patients with arthritis, but several studies have shown just the opposite. Exercise is really beneficial. Exercise should consist of low-impact aerobic exercise, resistance, meaning weights, and finally, stretching. All three are needed. The aerobic exercise improves blood flow and helps with cardiovascular fitness. The resistance exercise helps to strengthen muscles around joints and burn fat. And finally, the stretching helps keep the joints, the ligaments, and the tendons flexible. More stability and less injury and less overall pain. By exercising regularly, eating sensibly, and maintaining ideal weight, patients with arthritis will definitely feel better. More importantly, over the long run, they'll live happier, more enjoyable, and more pain-free lives. In fact, I write out prescriptions for exercise because it's such a powerful medicine. To tell you how powerful in my practice, I can predict with 99% certainty which patients will do better than others by just finding out what their exercise routine is. It's better to wear out than rust out. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. This is Dr. Nathan Way.